Can you guys hear me at least? Can you guys hear me? You can hear me but can't see me. Hey, Big Irv. Diablo. I can't get in my stream. Dios mío. Moontia, cool. All right, let me see if I go to settings. General. But everything is here. Automatically add Yup. This is cool. Okay. Ay, Dios mío. All right, let me see. Oh man, I can't add myself to the stream. I see the 3 dots on the side and I can't. Okay, let me exit out and then go back in. Add to the stage. Weird. Very, very weird. This is weird. You can hear me, but I can't. Let me see. I wonder if I changed the... No, I don't think changing the avatar. Let me try to remove that that overlay. Let me see. There it is. Okay. Jesus. Yeah, la viejita got it working. Jesus Christ. Hey, Denise. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I figured it out. Ya yo iba a llorar y decirle, oye, ¿qué es lo que está pasando aquí? All right. Don't laugh, Herbie. I swear, I need to go live more often because every time I start a live, it's the same shit, man. Jesus. And I'm sick, man. So if I sound nasally and stuff, we got to learn somehow, right? Yes, pretty nice, but dang. All right. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I know this is old news because it happened 2 or 3 weeks ago already, because you know how news happens here. Morena, that's the same battle I have with Alexa and that damn Echo Dots. I don't like AI, Denise. I don't mess with it. You guys might hear me coughing, or I might have to mute in between because this is getting worse every day. But I got my water, I got my coffee, so I'm gonna try to keep it going. So if you guys notice, the title of the stream is The Price That You're Willing to Pay for Fame, and the old news is what happened to Diddy with regards to Homeland Security raiding his homes and stuff like that, trying to look for stuff because he's been people are trying to sue him now for allegedly human trafficking and all this other stuff based around sex and stuff. So and sexual assault, allegedly. So that's what I want to discuss today and see what it is, because most of these people I think that are going against Diddy are yes, rest in peace OJ Simpson. He's dead. And I don't know, the past 2 weeks, if you guys have noticed, there's a lot of people dying. I mean, people that I know, that are celebrities, and people that I don't know. It's just like a lot of people are dropping like flies. I wonder if it has anything to do with the jab, Danny. I don't know if you've been noticing that. A lot of people, entertainers, have been dropping like flies. Okay, excuse me. So I wanted to talk about the price that people are willing to pay for fame, because I feel that even though me personally, even though this is all alleged, I feel that a lot of people were willing participants in what has been going on. Notice how OJ promoted the jab. Did he? I didn't even notice that, Danny. But yeah, I was surprised that he died too, because he seemed like he was healthy. So they're saying, oh, he was 76. They act like he was 106. He wasn't. He still had a good 20 years left in him, to me, before he would have died. You don't like OJ? Who doesn't like OJ? I like OJ. Oh, OJ may rest in piss forever. So yeah, I think that the people who are filing lawsuits against Diddy were willing participants. I think that they wanted to be part of a crowd that possibly went over their heads. Possibly they wanted to be part of a crowd that required them to go through certain processes to obtain that fame and fortune. And some of it might have been dark and ugly and probably dealt with stuff that we don't know about, that I think they were willing to do to get to the level that they wanted to be in. They wanted to be where Puffy was at. They wanted to rub shoulders with the people that he rubbed shoulders with. They wanted that fame. They wanted, that notoriety. And I just think that a lot of them were willing participants. And I just wanted to discuss that. Some of it is a lot of conspiracy theory things, and some of it is just like maybe people looking a little bit too much into it, and maybe Diddy allegedly was just a perv and he just did illegal stuff and he's just going to go down for it. But my conspiracy theory mind tells me there's a lot more to it. I think there's a spiritual thing going on with people who, once they cross that threshold to fame, I think they have regrets. Some of them don't care and they move on, and some of them proceed to bring on other people, and that's when they're being called handlers and groomers, like they've been allegedly blaming Diddy for. I don't like calling him Diddy. I call him Puffy, but so I might say Puffy or Diddy or P Diddy interchangeably, because he changes his name so many freaking times. It's hard to keep track of it. Daniel Berry Sports, happy Saturday. Yes. I'm hoping that I can get through this without hacking and coughing and stuff, because like I said, I'm still a little sick. I actually took down some notes, so I'll be reading some of the articles that I copied down here. The industry is evil. Yeah, it's evil, but I think it's like spiritually evil, Pretty Eyes. It goes beyond, shitty contracts and things like that. I think it's like something like, I don't know, you're making deals with entities that promise you things, and once you get there, you realize, what, I don't think I'm cut out for this, so I don't think I want to be here anymore, depending on the price you have to pay to get there. Hey, Jose, how are you? Did he got ties to people? Probably have some of them on camera. Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure that's part of the process, but I think it goes even deeper than that. But that's just me. I'm a spiritual person, so sometimes I think they even cross over to doing things that they shouldn't be messing with. And I think that's where people get like scared or put off, and they're like, wow, this is a little bit more than just records and concerts and making songs and stuff like that. There's a lot of really dark stuff going on. I believe Diddy has a lot on big industry peeps, and some of this might go away. What I think, Fulana, is that when they raided his homes, it wasn't to see what they were going to find, but what they were going to get to hide it. Because I think he, there's a lot of high industry people that he's been doing stuff with. So I think that he's just going to take the fall. Yes, Tina, spiritually evil. I think that he's going to take the fall, but they trying to cover up other people, Hey, Ramon, how are you? Thank you for stopping by. So I'm going to start. Let me see if I can get the article out. It's going to seem, I'm going to circle back around to the main point, but I am going to read a couple of articles regarding Puffy and this, what you're willing to do this, for fame and fortune. Listen, Diddy was allowed to do this. Nothing will happen, especially since his group crosses over to, that circle. Well, Danny, I think they're gonna let him take the fall though, because I think somebody has to take the fall. Somebody has to be the fall guy, right? A lot of people I notice are not really talking. I thought there were going to be a lot of people covering it on YouTube, and I noticed that I don't know. I think some people just don't want to touch it. I'm sure they're interested because they're sitting back trying to see what's going to happen, but people are not really trying to talk about it. I don't know if they feel like they have to support him because he's part of their community and that culture, or they just waiting like all of us are to see what happens. Me personally, I never liked Puffy. Like, he always rubbed me wrong, even when he first came out, when he first had when he first started doing stuff and being in videos back in the 90s, and when he had that incident in City College, which my father had given me tickets for and I never got a chance to go, thank God, where a lot of people died. And I believe I have some information on that too in the article I'm going to read. And just overall, he just rubs me wrong. Something about him I just don't like. And all this is coming out right now. It's like, I'm not surprised. I just didn't think that he thought that he was at a level where he could move the way he moved and figure that nothing was going to happen. I mean, Danny said he was allowed to do this, right? So that means that somebody else is controlling him. So why did he think that he can move without repercussions, Same thing happened to Blank Island, and the feds raided the island and no one was arrested. True. FYI, I think Disney bought the island. Wow. And the Disney's Children Cruise is made. Oh my God. And there's stuff going on with Nickelodeon and Disney too. That's like another thing. I might end up covering that as well, because this whole situation seems bigger than what we think it is. I think it's so much bigger than what we think it is. I saw a movie not too long ago, and I hate how my memory works that I can't think of the name of it, but it was a cop who was covering a child trafficking ring. It came out like maybe 6 months ago. Hey, Jager, how are you? You agree? And I believe that, I don't know, it's like the way the movie went is like they touched on certain things that we're starting to see now, the handlers and how they get the kids and the island that they took them to. It's just weird how they made that movie. And how sometimes movies are based on real things and they just don't tell us that's what it is, but we're just sitting there trying to figure it out. Morena, I'm always right. Yes, the porcelain god. I know you are always right, especially about that jab, because I think that's where people are dropping dead. Fulana said that OJ had cancer, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe Danny said, I don't know if Danny said, no, I think it's whatchamacallit, cardiovascular issues that you get with the jab, but I don't know how cancer links to that. I didn't even know he had cancer. So, but again, that's my conspiracy theory mind. I'm thinking that it's something deeper than just cancer, because I don't know, you just can't trust everything you see. You have to really do your research. So when I was doing my research on this, I was looking to see who runs the industry, and this is from like 2 years ago. And they said right now 3 companies run the hip hop industry, the rap industry, which is Warner Records, Universal Music Group, and Sony Music Group. So they run hip hop right now. They control around 90% of the depiction of hip hop today. So that's crazy. So these are all people who are not in touch with the culture. These are all people who, and I'm talking about the people who are higher ups, the one that have to sign off and everything. These are people who, they control what we see, how they're going to promote them, how they're going to promote their artists, and what they want them to put out for the public to divulge in, So it's crazy that it's those 3 companies. And if you know the names of those 3 companies, then you know who the owners are. Sony, Warner Brothers, Atlantic Records. Yeah. The jab lowers the immune defenses, causing turbo cancers. Basically the cancer pops up faster because the body has no defense. That's just one aspect of the jab. The jabby jab. I believe it, Danny. I think they was like, we sick of OJ, so it's time to, put him to rest. That's just my conspiracy theory mind again. So in my research, I started with a handler because they're throwing around the word handlers a lot and groomers. So I was looking for the definition of a handler, and it said it's someone who puts you in a position to do something that you wouldn't normally do by grooming you. So it's like interchangeable, that definition. in some cases drugging you in attempts to get you to do something that's normally not in your character, or something that you wouldn't do otherwise if you wasn't, under the influence, or forced to do something. That would be a handler. Hey Don Armando, how are you? And then I looked up with a groomer, grooming, in other words, and I said grooming is the act of befriending a child. And every time I looked for it, I was trying to look for adults. I didn't want to focus on kids, but for some reason grooming is referred to children, and it says grooming is the act of befriending a child for the purpose of essaying them, and the actual grooming occurs when adults take advantage of a child's vulnerability to manipulate them and coerce them into essay. So it's crazy how that is. Okay, passing off these. Oh Lord. The record companies are responsible for trash female rappers today. It's whole culture, Irby. That's the problem. It's whole culture. Hey, Serpent X, how are you? Thank you so much for stopping by. Long time no see. So, in another article, because hip hop now is under fire, I believe, with the way everything is coming out. Well, it's been under fire, but now it's like it's at its pinnacle, right? It says how is hip hop grooming your kids? And I found this on Apple Podcasts. It says, when we hear the term groomers, our minds have become conditioned to think about the sexual predators lurking to indoctrinate our children for their perverse fantasies. There's also another group of groomers whose reach and impact on our youth is far greater than those trolling on social media. Teachers that are putting out gay pride flags in their schools, and those guys can all take a back seat to the rappers and to rap music and the music industry and the grooming that's been going on for over 30 or 40 years in the rap music world. And no one wants to talk about it because that's Black culture. It's happening every day in communities all over the nation. Young kids are exposed to violent and vulgar lyrics that invite them into a culture of death, drugs, and destruction. Gangster rap has been adopted and as the soundtrack for sports, Pee-wee to pros. Young kids on videos taken to the field and are dancing to lyrical pornography. So that's the whole culture, the pornography. Hey, Johnny Mills, how are you? 1 second, guys. I hate being sick. Okay, back to my reading. That makes it worse. So, and on top of that, on top of what they think that hip hop is doing to the culture and to people, don't speak on this while back. Oh, didn't I speak on this a while back also? Yeah, you did, Danny. You did. You definitely did. Hey, Nicole Bella, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for stopping by. Everybody, please don't forget to hit that like button on your way in or on your way out. So on top of the grooming that I'm talking about, where I'm leading to when they're talking about what people are grooming these artists and these people in the industry for. So the same article there said that, there have been some speculation and rumors of homosexuality in hip hop, a hidden gay life of macho hip hop stars for the past 30, 40 years. They're trying to say that it's been there since the inception of hip hop, That's good, Bella. Very good. And a former MTV executive reveals that homosexuality subculture in hip hop has been there since almost its inception. And they're talking about American rap music. So they're trying to say that it's really only in America, not so much overseas. So they say that American rap music is an industry ruled by machismo. It is a place where reputations are made by shady past, the aura of violence and ultra masculinity. But now an explosive new book, this guy wrote a book on the lid of hip hop's most unexpected secrets that many people in the business are gay. So I didn't take down his name, but it's some guy, he was a former MTV executive who wrote a book about the secrets in the hip hop industry and trying to insinuate that a lot of people are actually gay and they're hiding it. There is a thriving gay subculture in an aggressively male business where anti-gay lyrics and public homophobia are common. It's described as a world where many industry executives and some artists are leading secret gay lives, which are often obvious to everyone but rarely talked about. Crazy boy, hola! Shout out to my J brothers for rap and hip hop. They're corrupting it, crazy boy. They're making it. They're corrupting it. They're the ones that are promoting, I believe, everything that we are seeing today, and then they have willing participants to do it. So that's the long and short about the same sex stuff that's going on in the industry, and the people higher up are paying people to groom, you know, the younger people and the people who want to be in this industry to also follow that little ritual, that part of becoming famous in the industry. Smoothie hola bella, how you doing? Long time no see, girl. Thank you so much for stopping by. Crazy boy, tú eres malo. So now to the star of the show, which is Diddy. And I have a little background on P. Diddy just in case nobody knows who he is. Diddy's a record producer, actor, clothing designer who founded an entertainment empire in hip-hop in the 1990s. In 1993, Combs was fired, P. Diddy, from Uptown Records, and he turned his energies to his own label, Bad Boy Entertainment. He soon discovered and befriended a street hustler named Christopher Wallace, who rapped as Biggie Smalls and recorded as the Notorious B.I.G. By 1994, Wallace was a rising rap star, and he's the one that really got Bad Boy. Hold on one second, guys. Jesus, I hate this. He's the one that actually got Bad Boy off the, you know, off and up and running and everything to get Puffy the fame that he got. So it says Combs had negotiated a $15 million deal to move Bad Boy to Arista Records. Guess who's in Arista Records, who everybody's trying to point the finger along with Puffy, which gained him a growing industry-wide reputation as a rap impresario and entrepreneur. So who works for Arista, guys? Do you guys know who's the big wig in Arista? Who they think is like the head honcho, the head kingpin, and all this crap that's going on over there, especially with the grooming. Yes, Irby, with the grooming and the handling of people there. And supposedly, you know, he groomed Puffy to be the monster, the alleged monster that he is today. Yes, sir. Everybody got it. Clive Davis. So let's see. Johnny Mills said, I remember Brand Nubian did a song, Jump Up to Get Beat Down, back in the 90s. It was so controversial. The reason they had to change the lyrics was because it was about homo. Yes, because they probably noticed it too. They probably noticed how bad it was. Yep, it is Nicole Bella. That's exactly who it is. Where is Blood Moon? I know she didn't go to sleep yet. I haven't seen her commenting, and she was first, you know? Danny said all CIA plants. Trust me. Who's the CIA plant? My bad, I cut myself off. Who's the CIA plant, Danny? Who's all of them? Not the big honcho that I'm talking about. Or you think that these people are planted in here to take down hip hop? I don't believe it. Some people get high on power, especially since many can't get it. Yeah, I believe they get high on power, Blood Moon, but somebody always gives you that power. It's like, it's not acquired. It's not handed down, at least not in the hip hop industry, right? Somebody higher, somebody from another industry or from another, like an owner would have to give you that kind of power for you to go OD, maybe the way allegedly Puffy did. And that's why he's paying for it now. Alicia Keys, he discovered Aretha Franklin and Whitney Houston. Yeah, dude is old as dirt. Yes, he is. He's scary too. But yeah, I was, you know, I don't know if you guys listen to Jaguar Wright, but she was talking about that with Aretha Franklin and how that started and what he did to Whitney, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff, you know. So, damn, you scared the crap out of me. Hold on, guys. Talking about this crap, and my son just walks in and scares the living tatatang out of me. Okay, the Ashkenazis are always involved. Facts, Blood Moon. Super facts. So Let me go back. Man, I thought, oh my God, I didn't even hear my son come in. He scared the living crap out of me. All right. So next, Puff Daddy becomes P. Diddy. So legal troubles, however, soon overshadow Combs' music and fashion achievements. And in 1999, he was found partially liable for the City College stampede and was made to pay settlements on several resulting claims. Later that year, he pleaded guilty to second-degree harassment after an altercation with the record company executive. And in December 1999, he was present during a shooting at the Manhattan nightclub, which we all know about because J-Lo was there with him too, and charged with several crimes, including illegal gun possession, and he was acquitted of that in 2001 on all accounts. And we know who took the fall for that. Allegedly, he took the fall for Diddy. He subsequently made a symbolic break with the past by assuming the stage name P. Diddy. And then in 2021, Combs announced that he officially changed his middle name from John to Love. Isn't that lovely? So he figures by changing his name, he's going to, run away from the crap that he's probably done. Morena, off topic, but this is my first time hearing your voice. I love your accent. It's very New Yorican, even though I know you're Dominican. I'm half Cuban, half Dominican, Nicole Bella, but I grew up around Puerto Rican, so that's probably why. Las Tres Viejas, Morena, Blood Moon, and Smoothio, and the future Vieja Tina are finally together. I'm so happy the old crew's back. Let's see. The ones you're speaking on are the plants. Plants can acquire certain privileges in their respective industries and return the three-letter agencies turn a blind eye. Okay. It's about blackmail for power. I see. Don Armando, I think I have something set up that all that cursing you're doing is not going to show up. So why don't you try to type in the chat without cursing? Por favor. Sorry, LOL. Back to topic. Of course, Bella, no worries. Okay. Tina, your heart, just like Valentina and Bloom. Oh, man, I miss you guys. So, hold on one second. I got to cough again. The Golden Chicas. That's right. The Golden. I got a video for that one too. Oh, that's cute. That's cute, Ramon. So, ay Dios mío. So the civil lawsuits and Homeland Security raids. In 2023, he was the subject of several civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual harassment, sex trafficking, and rape. One lawsuit was filed by a singer who had worked with Combs and who alleged that she had been the victim of his sexual misconduct for years during their personal and professional relationship. We all know who that is because she got $30 million out of that civil lawsuit. The suit was settled outside of court for an undisclosed amount. We all know it's about $30 million. However, 3 other women and 1 man also came forward between November 2023 and February 2024 with allegations that Combs had assaulted and or trafficked them. And in March 2024, Combs' home in Miami Beach and Los Angeles were raided by federal agents with the Department of Homeland Security. Let's see. I'm a filthy savage. I can't be civil with idiots around, but nobody's bothering you, Don Armando. Pórtate bien, por favor. Smoothie and Tina almost the same age. Really? Oh, so it's me and Blem, one of the old fogies? Also, you look into the esoteric rituals, you'll see that humiliation rituals are also something that are practiced. They feel certain demons enter them and I'm gonna get to that, Danny, that gives them power after certain rituals. I'm leading up to all of that, Danny. Oh, you're so intuitive. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Those demons, those entities, whatever they think they're feeling, whatever that they're messing with, that they shouldn't be messing with. So it goes beyond contracts and just like, normal hazing, you would say, like when you join a fraternity or a sorority or something like that. I think it goes deeper. Maybe fraternity and sororities kind of do the same thing. Maybe I'm touching up on something. Demons are not real. They're all made up. Yes, Blood Moon, whatever makes you feel better at night. Come on, they were the ones that doxed me, so they're all. I don't have anybody in my stream that doxed you, Don. I don't think so. I don't know for sure. I've heard all about those humiliation rituals. Yes, Bella. So let me go on to, let me see. I have to go on to something else because Danny touched on it, and that's exactly where I'm going with that. Well, they believe they are Blood Moon. Okay, so in Diddy's lawsuit, Lord, this is becoming a pain in the ass. In Diddy's lawsuit, his girlfriend, not girlfriend, Caresha, part of the City Girls, is her name is Young Miami. She's also named in that lawsuit of the there's a producer who's telling all and suing all of them. And the defendants now in the new 73-page lawsuit that come from that producer also include Justin Combs, Cuba Gooding Jr., Stevie J, Ethiopia Habert-Miriam, I've heard that name before, Christina Coram, Chalice Recording Studios, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group, and Combs Global Enterprise. So they're going after all of his money. They're going after certain people, but they're definitely going after all his money. So his assets and funds are going to be tied the F up. I wonder if this is going to make him go broke or what. Oh, like Sasha Fierce. Here we go. There is historical evidence that proof of how all those beliefs started and how they have been misinterpreted over the centuries. Irby, there are conspiracy theories. There's conspiracy since when after liquor company all, but yes, definitely. I wonder if anyone is if anyone is hanging out with Diddy. What? I wonder anyone that hung out with Diddy had a secret. I believe everybody did. Where's Tina to start her religious prayers for us? Dawn's uncle told me in 2018 that Diddy avid powder user. Yeah, I forgot what stream we were on, Don, that I said he's not a drug addict, but yeah, I guess he's really he's heavily into it, you know. Tina, without the disrespect, he just wouldn't be Crazy Boy, you know. So let's see, because I'm gonna show a video in a second that prompted me to somebody else prompted me to do a live stream about this the rituals and the groomings and stuff like that and the handling in the rap industry. And I got a couple of videos to show you guys that I was sent. I know more than I know. No fake demons involved. Blood Moon, I have some demons to show you. You're going to see how real it really is. Blood Moon hace voodoo, pero doesn't believe in demons. So, in the video I'm about to show, it's about a rapper named Enes. He was in season 1 of Making the Band that came out in 2002. I don't know if you guys remember that. I don't remember the name of the group. And really, I don't remember him. But I do remember the guys that were in it. Like, I don't remember him directly, but I know that there was a group of like maybe 4 guys and 2 girls or something like that Puffy supposedly was going to make a group out of and make them famous. And he's like an MC and a battle rapper from Philadelphia. And that was his claim to fame, being on the Making of the Band in 2002. And he said that, and they're saying that, he was frequently called the captain and a thinker by P. Diddy himself, who has played an influential role in the success of the group, which debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Top 200 albums. I, for the life of me, cannot remember what album they had or what song they had that made them famous. And as a current cast member of MTV's #1 rated television show, Ness learned several lessons in visual media and the importance of being a professional. Blah, blah, blah. Wasn't their name Day 26? I don't remember, Tina. I remember watching the show. I remember Danity Kane. I remember the girls, but I don't remember the rap group. And I guess the reason why I still remember Danity Kane is because of Aubrey, because Aubrey, has been going after Puffy for so long that I guess I never forgot that group, even though they didn't really get anywhere. Even though I think one member, because she was in the Lloyd video, so I don't know if she ever became a solo artist or what, but I don't believe they ever got anywhere either. And I think somebody was saying that wasn't for them to really make it famous. They were even saying, yes, Day 26 was the name of the group. Okay, I didn't even remember. Day 26 were the dudes. Okay, damn, guys, I don't remember. If you're interested, watch the movie Hereditary. Oh, okay, I'm gonna watch that. Let me screenshot that so I don't forget. Excuse me. So, Yeah, in one of the other blogs, because there have been videos everywhere, especially clickbait video. Tía, vieja, la pobre, yep, for sure. There's so many clickbait videos on Diddy, and everybody every day they're saying, "Oh, he's gonna get locked up. Oh, something happened to Justin. Oh, something happened to King," and it's so much crap. But one part they said that and walk for cheesecake, yes. And you know what, Don Armando, what I was saying when he was making them do all that stuff. Do you know, guys, that that's part of the grooming? He was feeling out who would be susceptible, who would, thank you, Danny, who would actually be the ones that they can groom to do what they do, these so-called rituals, and walking for that cheesecake is one of them. Like, you know, if you're willing to do that just to get put on, what else are you willing to do? You know, that's how they start off slowly too. That's how they start grooming you, you know, and trying to see if they can break you and make you do certain things that you wouldn't normally do. So that was part of it. Maybe making the band was trying to figure that out. Oh, wow. Hold on, guys. I'm getting it everywhere. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. Oh man, I'm gonna talk about him too. I just got another video. Oh, I didn't see who the other guy was. Oh man. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, guys, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, hold on. You guys are shocking me with all this shit. Let me just download this crap. Oh man, this Fulana. There's a video that I didn't want to show of that young man because it's nothing compared to this. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Oh Lord, I'm gonna show this video after the one with Ness who talks about the industry. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about Ness in the industry, and hold on a second, guys. Ay. Fulana, remind me to show this video after I show the other videos so I don't forget, because this one is importante. Momento. Let's see. Oh wow. Oh man. Oh man. I guess it's sad for both of them. Oh Lord. Okay. All right, guys. I'm sorry. I just wanted to download that. Demons are not involved. Just a lot of drugs. It's both, Blood Moon. It's both. Dangling that carrot for a contract. Yes. A contract and a little bit more. Okay, Jesus Juice, of course. What would you say? Shit like that? Okay, I want to see. Okay, but I'm not gonna show the real scary parts, Blood Moon, yet. Let me just see if I can get the hopefully I won't have any issues with it the way I did with the freaking trying to get myself on stage. Hold on. Let me just put the fair use thing on here so I can play this. This was an interview that they had him on. And I'm going to play the first one, then I'm going to play the second. I think I have 3. But before I play that one, I just wanted to show you guys Puffy's alleged victims. This was a video that I found that I found it interesting. Hope you guys enjoy.
Everybody just want to be a part of the story, you know what I mean? Every day a crime wave occurs.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I have to take myself out. Hold on.
Everybody just want to be a part of the story, you know what I mean? Every day Everybody just wanna be a part of the story, you know what I mean? Every day a crime wave occurs. We lose another one, man, it's just a blur. So please, Mr. Officer, can I please record what just occurred? Cause I'm trying to be a light for my son. You know that I registered my 45 gun, knowing when I carry it, it's gonna be a massacre. Don't look now, chase after her, cause she's being chased by a human trafficker. Don't want love, want all of her. Now we in a situation bigger than us, cause the black and the blue don't have no trust now. Don't nobody wanna speak.
Yo, Petty come. Petty come. Petty come. Petty come.
It's the last. Oh man, I think I'm delayed on my cell phone. Dios mío. Usher got herpes from sucking a lollipop. No, Usher got herpes. I'm not even gonna go into that. Okay, so you guys were able to see that because I think I was delayed on my cell phone. That's what it was. I think the stream is playing it on time on myself. I think I was behind a few seconds. Okay. So let me get to the first video of Inez from Making the Band being interviewed and talking about the industry.
And is that whole industry with them doors, is it real? Ness, I'm telling you, Ness.
Them doors is real. I wouldn't be here sitting talking to you if them doors wasn't real. See, they know who to play with. They know who to play with.
Wait, what you mean you wouldn't be sitting here talking?
I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you, meaning I would be somewhere with the elite, the higher ups,
yes,
doing whatever they doing.
Damn.
No disrespect to you or this platform, but
I understand. I get it.
At a certain level, they don't want you to talk about certain things.
So
be on certain platforms.
What's some of the craziest things you heard in the industry?
I mean, of course, the Baphomet. I mean, the gay rituals, the same-sex shit.
Is that real?
I mean, yes. In some cases, it is real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, you have to have something to leverage. And most of the times, talent that's coming from the inner city don't have a lot to leverage.
So pure talent don't exist.
Their leverage be their bodies as a vessel.
Bueno. Were you guys able to see that video and what he was talking about with Baphomet and the gay rituals? Illuminati, yes. Irby, I believe that has something to do with it as well. You haven't seen it? I almost signed a contract that, thank goodness I didn't. Well, signing the contract, yep. I'm going to talk about that too, Irby. Signing the contract, Don, is not the worst part. It's after you sign the contract, what you're willing to do to really put yourself out there and actually make some money. Hey, Shakur786, long time no see. As they say in the industry, your soul or your ass or your asshole. You don't climb up the ladder without giving up something. Your favorite entertainers and celebrities have secrets. I'm 99.9% positive, and that's what I want to know, Shakur, is why do you have to do that? Why is for women being sexually humiliated, and why is men taking their innocence on their back door the way to go? Why is that why is that the way to sell your soul? Or if not, it's a sacrifice, right? And that's the conspiracy part of me, where they say they sacrifice people like Kanye. I believe he had to do a sacrifice. And that's why he's messed up in the head. Baphomet was not supposed to be anything evil. Idiots use it that way. Yes, I'm about to touch on that too, Blood Moon, to explain Baphomet. Yes, the contract is worse because you don't own anything. Exactly. Irby, I'm about to talk about them too. I think I put them on a thumbnail. Illuminati was always... Yep, and they're the ones that are running everything. But I think that the people in the hip hop industry, or the ones like P. Diddy, allegedly, that they're letting do what they do, are they're just their puppets. Like they're like, oh, we're gonna play with him and let him think. We're gonna give him this pseudo sense of power, but he really has no power. Men do it for power, and women do it for fame. I think men do it for fame too, Fulana. I think that the vanity goes both ways interchangeably between men and women. I think they like the fame. Men's ego, even though that's a feminine trait, they like the fame as well, besides the power. It's because it takes your masculinity from you, which is a gift from God. I mean, it's taking that from you. That is just crazy, My J brothers are unstoppable. Don't you disrespect them. Ten cuidado. It's crazy boy. They might like you too. Ten cuidado. And if they like you, they're gonna groom you. If they groom you, they're gonna take it. So that was the first video. Let me go on to the second video. Hold on, guys. Get rid of that one. Okay, get rid of that one.
Talent don't
So
exist.
their leverage be their bodies as a vessel.
So pure talent doesn't exist in the entertainment world.
In some cases, in some special cases, people that beat the odds, but no, it's all political, it's all paid for, it's all a network of people that kind of closely stick together. And once one person accepts you, then you kind of get passed on to the other people that's in that network.
Oíste eso. That's crazy. That is freaking crazy. Don Armando said in Cuba, you got a lot of people who are Abacoa. Okay, what that got to do with what we talking about? And that's it's not so much people, it's men, because women aren't allowed. Don Armando, I see they like to do that to blacks and Latinos. I can get on that too, but then I would have to go far back because Menudo was a group going way back in the 80s that unfortunately they were taken. Abacoa, yeah, that's a secret society in Cuba. It's for men only. Crazy boy, tú soy feo pa eso. Mira, ellos cogieron a Puffy. Puffy es feísimo. This is why they push talentless artists. Yep, because they are fulfilling the promises made to these young people who are thirsty for fame. Yes, Ricky Martin. I'm going before Ricky Martin, Irby, way before Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin was at the tail end of Menudo. Menudo was the first original ones. Oh my gosh. You got a lot of people in the music industry in that also. Really? Oh, I need to look into that because I never heard that, Dawn. That's new to me, allegedly. Okay. That's new to me. Hey, Channel Chilltown. Good evening. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. They all do that to the innocent and naive. Look at the Nickelodeon kids. Yes, Blamoon, but why is it that the people in the industry gravitate towards entertainment? And that's almost like the Catholic priests, right? They become the ones who are suppressing supposedly their sexuality become priests, and then they take advantage of the children that they're around. So they're like, okay, so I can't fulfill my fantasies normally, so I'm going to follow this path so that I can do this sick shit, just like they do in the industry. They're not your next door neighbor. They're going to become a music executive so that they can have control of, I just don't understand all that. It's messed up. Good to see you back. Thank you. On a good topic. I didn't know if it was going to be a good topic, and the person who told me about it hasn't even shown up, man, who got me to do it today. But thank you so much, Shakur. They violate children so they can offend Yahweh. Oh, possibly, yes. Blood Moon, that's pedos. They make millions of dollars and can do many things in secret. Yeah, but why is that the thing they want to do in secret? Why is that the thing they want to do in secret? Sex trafficking is global. Sex trafficking is huge. I mean, I saw a documentary a while ago on how they do it in India and with the little kids, and it's horrible. And that's where I first heard it. I never really knew that it was something that happened on this side of the world. I thought it was over there. Who's Moon Chaser? Where he's at? Because I know he was here earlier, Smoothie. I guess you didn't get a chance to see him. Okay, so I'm going to let me take that out. I'm going to play the third one. and then I'm going to go into Baphomet and Illuminati, because there's a psychological component to it. They understand that the masses are sheep for the most part, who will follow and make excuses for their behaviors. Humans are good and evil. That's life. That's true. Pedophilia been around forever, and child marriages is a form of pedophilia. Don Armando, and I'm not excusing it, but way back in the day when they did marry young like that, it wasn't considered pedophilia. Underage, like marrying a girl underage, let's say a man who's 30 marrying a girl who's 14 or 15, that wasn't seen as that. Let's say maybe we're 2024, maybe almost 150 years ago, and before that, that wasn't seen that way. That was almost the norm. The man could be 15 to 20 years older than you, and you be a young girl, who doesn't know anything, getting married to this older man, and they take your virtue that way. The Virgin Mary was 13 and Joseph was in his 20s. I didn't realize she was that young on Blood Moon, but yeah, that was normal. So it wasn't even called that. I don't even know when that's something else to look up. I don't even know when they started calling it pedophilia, I don't know if incest had something to do with the pedophilia, and then they started changing the name, because that's the part that was looked down upon, the incestual part of it, Irby. But embarrassing favorite artists, especially hip-hop male artists who are supposed to be machismo in Black and brown community, is what they really want kids to look up to. The false machismo, right? This over hyper masculinity, right? That hip-hop promotes. You're hyper masculine, but then they start coming out and saying that these guys like boys, and allegedly they like the same sex, and it's like one of the most hardcore people that you're seeing. Like, almost every hip hop artist that's claimed to think that you haven't really broken into the industry until they say that you are, gay. They always throw that word around interchangeably, like being that is like changing your underwear is like, oh, so-and-so is gay. Like, they used to get on Wendy Williams for that. And that's another thing I was going to say. Wendy called this out like 30 years ago. She called Diddy out on this so long, and she paid so much. She finally bounced back from it, but he blacklisted her. Like, he got her fired from Hot 97 and all that. I mean, she called it a long time ago, and she was around all that shit. So hip-hop promotes emotionally unstable men, who we all know are not masculine. Well, if they're emotionally unstable, they're definitely not masculine, All right. So did I play the third one? Did I play the third one? Because I don't want to play it again. Boondock. Yes, I saw Irby, I think you and I were watching the same one. I saw this already. Irby, did I play the third one yet? Because I'm not even following. Jesus Christ. I'm not even following. I don't want to play the third one again if I played it already. They got Wendy now, and you think she's going through this health crisis? Well, maybe she's paying for something. The Romans and the Greeks violated the young. Yes, they did. Okay, I didn't play it, Irby. Thank you. Maybe Wendy sold her soul somehow, and that's the term I'm going to use, and maybe she's paying for it now. Thank you, Irby. I understood you. Thank you so much. So I'm about to play the last one, and then I'm going to go into the Baphomet and the Illuminati part. Thank you guys for staying tuned and everything.
Sacrifice.
Get them out of here.
Get them out of there.
He in the way anyway.
No, fake friend, get him out of there.
Damn.
Make it like an accident.
So what's the number one sacrifice in that game? The cheeks?
The cheeks. Because the cheeks is a higher form of concentration for them. When they take your cheeks, it's like them taking your manhood and making them more man than you because they took your cheeks.
It's like a psychological.
It's like, yo, I took a young nigga's ass. I fucked him, so he not more man than me.
So
because I took his manhood. So what makes him more man than me? I fucked his ass. That's how they feel it. They're like, I took your soul from you. I took your whole whatever you are. I took that from you, so that makes my whatever I got me more stronger because I took your innocence from you.
Damn. So you couldn't drive that Rolls Royce and have that big old house knowing that a man took your man.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
You'll sleep on the fucking floor at the Ville.
I'm just not gonna do it. Some people just built differently. I don't want it that bad. I like music, but not that bad. I love music. I put it over a lot of things. I'm not pulling over somebody putting a dick in or anywhere around me or in me or anywhere near me. I'm just not built like that. I come from.
So, in watching all of this, see, I told you, and I have never seen this interview. True, Samson was castrated to weaken him. Castrated? I didn't know that. But somebody who doesn't believe in all that, you sure know a lot about that. He tried it and he didn't like it. Oh, really? You're talking about the guy in the video, Blood Moon? Because if you talk about the guy in the video, when I saw this, there's the whole 8-minute video, which I couldn't download all of it together. I read the Bible. Okay. And I'm like, he talks about it. If you didn't indulge, how do you know so much about it? Sounds like prison culture. I believe prison culture is kind of the same too, Irby, but I guess there, it's expected, I guess, because you committed a crime, you're in a place where anything goes and nobody has any morals or anything like that. Blood Moon goes to church but doesn't believe in that's what it sounds like, crazy boy. But yeah, I'm like, Ines is talking about all of this stuff, what they do and how to cross over and all that. But he how does he know about that if he hasn't seen anything with his own eyes? He can't be just speculating. I think he's seen some stuff and maybe he got close and then he said, you know what, I'm gonna jump back. But I don't, I don't know, the people who have tried to jump back or deny it usually they not that they go crazy, but they make them seem like they're crazy, She reads the Bible in church while on fire. Hi, Blood Moon. Also, the elites have accidents or violent death are form of sacrifices too. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, Don Armando. And I believe that, like I used one person. I believe that Kanye had to do a sacrifice. I don't know if you guys know what the sacrifice is, and it messed his head up. And I think that's why he started talking even more crap after all that happened, because he knows why that went down. He knows why all that happened, I'm sorry. It says your soul or your asshole. It was disappointing to find out about some of my favorite rappers and entertainers. Yes, like, I was going to list the ones that they were calling out like that, but I think we all have an idea. And I was reading something, Shakur, I don't know if you got to listen to it, that they were saying that, a lot of them are supposedly living that lifestyle and think they're hiding it from the public, but we all know like kind of who it is, I'm going to try to upload a video that I was sent. I could show it because they're not really doing nothing bad, but it just, oh God, before I get into Baphomet and the Illuminati, it hurts to see it. Hold on, I don't even think I uploaded it. But what do you guys think so far? Like, what do you guys think about all this stuff, and more specifically hip hop? I believe this was happening in like rock and roll and stuff like that too. A lot of rock artists, they're accused of devil worshipping and all that other crap. So, and then they have the 27 Club, people who sell their souls, and then, by the time they turn 27, something tragic happens to them, So let's see. Donamado, yup, Shakur. They say Busta is suspect too. Yeah, I heard that too. Guards and clubs will tell the truth. Yeah, just like that Gene Deal guy. Where's Rakim, Shakur? Rakim? I don't know. They're all owned by the Jays, so some shit. Led Zeppelin, yes, but the 27 Club, Jim Morrison, what's the guitar player, the black guy? Oh my God, Jimi Hendrix, the lady from, I think she's from the Mamas and the Papas, the guy, Blood Moon knows who that guy is. He died at 27 too. He was in that group. Supposedly he committed suicide. Yeah, Janis Joplin, my bad. Yes, Janis Joplin. There was somebody else too. Kanye admitted. Yeah, he did admit that, Shakur. I never heard that. Kurt Cobain. Yes, crazy boy. He did admit that. Ooh. The CIA is involved in all aspects of American entertainment. Yes, I heard about that, Danny. If you research, you will see that the CIA has a department where they consult and provide funding for movies. I heard about that, Danny. Oh, wow, Danny. Hold on. I'm going to play this video. And this is a young man. Well, I think both of them allegedly were groomed. And look at the result of that. Armando, more like Atlanta at being the second. Yes. And people are married down there, and they still are, because they Farnsworth Bentley. Does anybody remember Farnsworth Bentley? The guy, Puffy's personal assistant, used to hold the umbrella. He's married now with 2 children, and he lives in the Mecca. And I'm sure that he is still in the life. Hold on one second, guys. Get this video ready. Ay, Dios mío. Let's go. Okay. Hold on, everyone. Mom had plastic surgery. Nope, she was a sacrifice. Okay, that's it. All right, I finished that one. Let me bring StreamYard back up. Un momento, gente. Let's see. All right. You guys tell me what you think about this. Crystal. Oh, yes. Irby, yes. She had lipo and died. Joan Rivers. Yeah, Joan Rivers, too. Joan Rivers had to pay the piper. That's why she died, too. Blood Moon. Fue lo mismo. Okay. One moment, please. My notes getting stuffier by the second. Chris Stokes is linked to. Oh, really? Oh, Lord. All right, people. Let me play this and let me know if you guys can see. Did you guys see that? Oh my freaking God. Oh my freaking God. Put it again? I know. Espérate. Hold on one second. That hurt me to see that. That hurt me to see that. Let me play it one more time for Blood Moon. I'm sorry. Blood Moon, no. I'm not putting that one on. That one, I felt so. It hurt me seeing that. I don't know. Maybe as a mom, it hurt me seeing that. Like, they groomed him to be doing what he does. Yeah, pobre Justin, he looks drugged up. I'm gonna show some pictures about that too, Blood Moon. I feel so bad. Him and Usher, you know, when Diddy wants to party, you gotta tell him yes. Now, Cat Williams was right, but you know, Danny, he said he turned down 50 million 3 times. Like, I don't think they offered him money to do that. They don't offer you money to do that. They just take it. I think he was just a little bit smarter. You know, his eyes look like he's drugged. He always looks like he's messed up, you know, unfortunately. Take that, right? Oh, man. Yes. Did you see it, Danny? I mean, this it's all over YouTube, and it's very obvious what he did, and it was so sad. It was so sad. It was so sad. Nah, he gave him a Ferrari. Shit. You know, okay. So with Justin Bieber and with allegedly with Justin Bieber and allegedly with Usher, what got me even more pissed off, not even so much Puffy, but their parents. Because Puffy said he had custody of Usher for almost a year, and he was, I don't know, 14, 15. Where did he go to school? He paid for tutors? Like, who does all that? Who falls for the okie doke? Hold on, guys. Did he gave gifts and money, and he got a paralysis on his face? He did, right? I think that could be the stress. That could be everything that's driving him crazy, Don Armando. But I blame the parents. How can the parents have been doing so much crap? You know what I'm saying? Like, they let that happen. Usher was with Diddy for almost a year. A year. And he said that he saw parties and he saw all that crap. What sad. What and with Justin Bieber, you seen the video where he said he was gonna be with him for 48 hours, and Bieber looks just like, I don't know if it's in shock or whatever. Jaden Smith and his parents are real close with Justin when he was young. Really? And his height, I remember. Wow. And they caught Justin and Selena buying. Oh, really? Drugs effed up people's health. His wife also has some health issues. Bueno. The parents getting paid too. Yeah, but it's like, so you're willing to sell your kids for that? I would have never sold my kid for that. Ever. Never, ever. Money is not that important to me. But I guess, like I said, they know who to get. They know who's hungry for. Like, even the parents are like, F it. Like, you know what? My kid will get over it. Like, but he's going to be famous, so that'll make up for whatever he's going to go through. And while he's famous, I'm famous too, or I'm going to have money too, Well, no, do I have to pay? Do I have to pay for a wrench? Why? Somebody timing you out or doing something to you, Don Armando? No, you don't have to pay for a wrench. Justin was of age and he didn't need his parents. No, he wasn't. Not when he was with Puffy, Blood Moon. When he was with Puffy, he was like maybe 13. I don't know if he was 13 or 14. He was mad young. Let's see, Don Armando. All right, just asking. Okay. Irby. Like the two Corys from Goonies. Yes. And I was watching a video on that. Por favor, no le den. The two Corys. Yes. And that the one of them ended up actually, deleting himself. That's how bad it was for him, I don't think he was that age. Yeah, there's a video. There's a lot of videos, Blumman. I'm gonna send you the video. There's a lot. As a matter of fact, no, I don't want to try to share, because every time I share, it messes me up. Now I can't time him out. If Don is gonna behave, because we're not here to talk about that. Because I don't hear nobody else talking about anything negative. So let's keep it like that. It was an overdose. Corey Haim was a heavy drug user. Yes, Blum, he was a heavy drug user because of what he went through when he was a child, when they violated him too. Did you hear about Charlie Sheen? How Charlie Sheen violated him? I forgot what movie they were in. I think he played the kid in the wheelchair or something, and they said that Charlie Sheen allegedly Charlie Sheen violated him before they went on set to tape the movie. Lucas, that's what it was on that movie, Blood Moon, that allegedly Charlie Sheen, no wheelchair. Okay, so then wasn't he in a wheelchair in that movie? He was in wheelchair in one of those movies. I'm getting confused. But anyway, hold on, guys. whatchamacallit, supposedly before, if they both played in that movie Blood Moon, then that's the one that they mentioned that he allegedly violated him before they went to do a take on that movie, like a scene in that movie. So that's why they become drug addicts. It happened to Judy Garland. It happened to Shirley Temple. Who else it happened to? Elizabeth Taylor. It happened to the kids from the Little Rascals. It happened to the kids in Nickelodeon. It happened to the kids in Disney. It was the movie, Lucas. Irby, how old are you? Because Irby, you know a lot of stuff from. You sound like you're around my age or older than I thought you were. I know Corey Feldman said that. Yeah, Marilyn Monroe. Oh, you know, Don Armando, I believe Marilyn Monroe was a pass around. They passed her around. I blame the parents. Of course, they wanted their kids to be famous at all. That's what I'm trying to say, at all costs. Look at Different Strokes. Willis, Dana Plato, who killed herself too. It was because of that too, Blood Moon. They did a lot of, allegedly did a lot of stuff to these people, you know? Some parents put so much into their kids when they were young to make it. The parents are paid to coast the children. They get lost in the sauce. The Nickelodeon kids said the parents weren't allowed on the set. Hell, exactly, Blumel. How are you going to tell me I'm not allowed on the set? Yo tengo que ver todo. Yo tengo que verlo todo. There's no way that you're going to tell me that my son is a minor or can't, or because I always think like that. I like, if he can't defend himself, then I gotta see everything, because I gotta, even when I'm with the doctors, I'm like I gotta see everything. The only one that didn't have his real name is Humphrey Bogart. Oh, okay. Different Strokes has the best sitcom intro ever. Dios mío. Yeah, but they went through some stuff. And oh, you know who I heard about too? And I don't know if you guys heard about this. Charles in Charge. Scott Baio, he's a perv. The girl that was on that show is coming out, speaking out against him. Who else? What's that movie with Ashton Kutcher? Oh, that show on Netflix, the guy that Masterson, right? He was accused of something, and there's a lot of people that they're coming forward and saying stuff, but I believe it. So who knows what he went through? Well, they claim that his I don't know, Don, I didn't really hear anything about him, only what happened after his death. That 70s show. Yeah, but supposedly Masterson, I can't think of his first name. He got accused of something and they had to take him off the show that he was on with Ashton Kutcher on Netflix. He got set up by a chick or something. This is what I'm trying to say, right? Because with that movement, right, I believe that these executives, Danny Masterson, thank you, Masterson, I believe that there was things that were happening to women in the industry as well as men, but the women, I believe that they were forced to do stuff more so than the men, supposedly. And when this Me Too movement came out, I think that some of them are factual, some of them are things that actually happened, and I believe some of them are just women that was like, you know what, I didn't like him anyway, and I'm just gonna mess up his career. And I think some people they just lied upon. He raped a few girls outside of the show. Oh, really? Scientology covered it up. Oh my God, that's another topic to talk about because there's so many celebrities in Scientology, but you know they come after you, so I don't know if I want to talk about that. Yeah, he did, but most people careers didn't advance because of the Cosby. Yeah, I know. Terry Crews, he's a joke. He's a joke, Danny. Like what he said happened, I'm just like, come on, man. Because he's still like a B, C actor. Like he's not even like up there. And he thought he was gonna get something by saying somebody grabbed his Johnson and then nothing happened. Like nothing happened. He didn't get no money. He didn't take them to court. Like, get the hell out of here. Scientology can sue you for the slightest slur. I'm sure they don't play. I saw a couple of documentaries on Scientology, and those people don't play. Okay, so let me go on to the Baphomet and the Illuminati. I think I must. Let me see in what order did I put this in? Hey, that Rainbow Mafia struck. Tell me about it, Danny. We know. That's why you got to be careful what you say and how you say it. All right. So I'm going to start with the Illuminati. So secret societies have existed for centuries. Basically, the Illuminati has existed for centuries. I believe it. He wanted to go in the industry and allowed that old man to touch him. Yeah, I think so too. Terry Crews is a little effeminate. Always cast him as a... Yes. Don't you notice that, right, Don? All right. So let me read this. So the Illuminati has existed for centuries, and at one point, the Illuminati was real. In 1776, a German professor named Adam Weishaupt founded the Bavarian Illuminati, also known as the Order of the Illuminati, as a response to the Roman Catholic Church's power over philosophical and scientific thought. Adam aimed to recruit from within Freemasons, a secret society that still openly exists today, to disseminate ideas of enlightenment. Over the course of the next decade or so, he accrued an estimate of 2,500 members, according to Michael Barkins, A Culture of Conspiracy. Michael Barkins is the author who wrote The Culture of Conspiracies. And though the Bavarian Illuminati disbanded in 1787 and seemingly remained inactive in the centuries that followed, rumors of its existence continued into the 20th century, and they surged when President George Bush in 1991, in his speech marking the end of the Cold War, mentioned forming a new world order. Some interpreted that speech as a sign that the Illuminati had been reconstituted or had never left. Today, anyone can join us, but it's in the Bavarian. Terry Crews, effeminate. Okay. So, hip hop and Illuminati. What's behind hip hop's Illuminati? Illuminati wants my mind, my soul, my body, secret society, trying to keep their eyes on me, because you know Illuminati is with that all-seeing eye. Rap's Illuminati talk wasn't just a one-time fad. However, the fervor did die down a bit right up until 2008, when Prodigy, he's a rapper, published an open letter that he'd written in jail to a magazine alleging that his old rival Jay-Z promotes the lifestyle of the beast in the hip-hop culture. So I could think that's not when it started, but I think that's when it started taking, when it started really running around, people accusing other people of being within the Illuminati. And I think it's because Jay-Z, that sign that he does when he says Hova and all that crap. And he does a little triangular sign. Hold on, guys. Today, anyone can join. It's dumb. Anyone can join what? The Illuminati? Shakur said it never left. They were founded in 1776, the opposition to the founding of America. Oh, a letter carrier was struck by lightning, and the letter was found on the dude's body. That's how they found out about them. Oh, but you said 1776 in America, but this happened in the Bavarian side. See, they're a joke. Those people are not allowed in the Illuminati. The secret society and the mafia were responsible for the unaliving of John F. Kennedy. Bueno. So that's a little tidbit on the Illuminati. And then I'm going to speak on Baphomet. The Freemason, anyone can join, and they are not secret or important anymore. The Freemasons do a lot of stuff in secret, Blood Moon, and it's not just anyone that can join. They do a lot of stuff in secret. They promote, fundraisers, and they do a lot of stuff in their communities, but they do a lot of stuff in secret. There's a lot of stuff we don't know about the Freemasons and what they do. And supposedly, allegedly, one of those rituals is part of it too. The ones that take your manhood Freemasons, you have to have a good reputation. I know a lot of people in politics and in law enforcement and positions like that. They're into they get into that. Blood Moon, actually, no, you have to have someone vouch for you. Then they have to be initiated after the background check. The Freemasons of the past doesn't exist anymore. The one today, anyone can. No, they can't, Blood Moon. My kid's grandmother's a Freemason. And many college kids as well. Yeah, Eastern Stars. That's what I was about to say, because they don't call them a Mason, it's Eastern Stars. The Eastern Stars are in abundance in Philadelphia. They are in Jersey too, Don Armando. The Bushes, yes. Right? Every last one of them. Bush Sr., he's buried in this town where I live at. They buried him here. It's crazy. I pass it almost every day where he was buried. Go on Twitter, a dude recorded some of the rituals, I'm sure. But I don't know what Blum was talking about, Danny, because to be a Freemason is not anybody that can get into it. But people like to say they're a part of it and they're not a part of it. It's like saying Illuminati too. Now the Bushes are skulls and bones. But Danny, if you go back far enough, doesn't it all tie into the same thing if you go back far enough? Because Skulls and Bones started off in England, right? In that college. What's that college out in England? I remember Union City. The Cubans got their branch too. Of the Freemasons. Yeah, I heard about that, Don Armando. The Illuminati is still very much a secret and is all white and powerful only. So let me go on to Baphomet. Baphomet is a deity which the Knights Templar were accused of worshiping that subsequently became incorporated into various occult and Western esoteric traditions. The name Baphomet appeared in trial transcripts for the Inquisition of the Knights of Templar starting in 1307. Since the first mention of the symbol in 1098 in a letter by Anselm of the Ribemont, it has been seen as a sign of evil and even adopted as a satanical insignia in the 1960s. It has been associated with all manner of heretical acts and means to discredit other cultures and beliefs. Example, the Freemasons in the 19th century, falsely accused of this worship. But why? How could such an ancient and incredible figure be constantly blacklisted? It could be due to the fact that for a long time, any horned figure was associated with the devil, as Christian figureheads wanted to discredit other religions that they felt worshiped false idols. This was definitely true in Christianity's prejudice to pagan beliefs, and Baphomet is assuredly a pagan god. It could also be that similarly, people were afraid of change and coexisted during the Crusades. The members of the Knights of Templar were charged with heresy for allegedly cohabitating with other religions. So they accused the Knights of Templar. It could also be that similarly, people were afraid of change and coexistence during the Crusades. The members of the Knights of Templars were charged with... Okay, I read that part already. Not to mention the extreme satanic panic in America in the 80s, and that's when heavy metal came out, where there was a societal fear of all things associated with the occult. This did nothing to help the reputation of Baphomet. But Baphomet itself is a representation of duality, harmony even, showing the combination of sexes, gender and nonconformity, and religious freedom. You can especially see this in the way of the image is depicted. One of many variations showing both male and female body parts, shades of light and dark, part animal and part human. Now, while you can all see that Baphomet isn't inherently wicked symbol, it isn't all good either. Purely by representing all things, Baphomet can portray the darkness in all as well as the light. So, to me, Baphomet is evil. Or maybe it didn't start off that way, but why would you put an animal head on a physical human body, and then that physical human body has a trait of a man and a woman. Because if you look at Baphomet, Baphomet has boobs, a goat head, but arms like a man. Let me see what you guys said. Not white. My godmother was a member of the Odd Fellows in San Pedro. Skulls and Bones has a lodge in Yale. Yale, okay, yeah, because I saw a movie on that, I think. Oh, the Yale campus in Connecticut. Okay, but I saw a movie on that, and I thought I could have sworn it started in England somewhere. Even when you go to the Parque Duarte in San Pedro, they got Masons buildings near the park. The same way they fought women's intuition, made them witches back in Salem. Well, you have to look into the Lesser Keys of Solomon. It's a book of demonology. The yin and yang of nature. Nothing, not anything evil. It all explains all of these demons and their hierarchy in relation to Satan. Yeah, because when I was looking for information on Baphomet in the hip-hop industry, they kept saying Satan, 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 Satan. And nothing really, not too much focused on Baphomet, even though Jay-Z and what's her name, Beyonce, they're like in love with Baphomet and everything that involves Baphomet, you know. So I don't know, guys. I spoke for a while, I think almost 2 hours, by my little widow self. I think I will drop the link. Baphomet is gender non-binary and non-conforming. Yeah, I think that's they were trying to correlate that too with transgenderism too. You know, I don't know. I don't know. My boys Claudio Maciel Jimenez got a book about Latrinatarios. Okay. But yeah, guys, it's just weird, like what they're doing to become famous, what they're willing to give up to become famous. I don't see. I think I got another video, but I'm gonna drop the link now. Where we at? Oh Lord. Let me see if I can find the link. Here we go. I can't believe I talked that long. What he said, that's a misinterpretation, and those idiots want to be associated with everything that belonged to the whites. Baphomet ties into Scientology, whose founder, L. Ron Hubbard, who's tied to Aleister Crowley, who was into serious occult stuff. He was on the Beatles. Oh, really? Aleister Crowley was on the Beatles Sgt. Pepper album. Weird. You gotta watch Low Key defending. Oh, Vlad TV, Low Key defending Diddy. You know, there's people who don't want to say he's not guilty because I know they know. And then there's people who say, like Fat Joe, they asked him a question, and when the conversation sounded like they were going to say, oh, so you don't think he did it? He was like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I don't know. I'm praying for his family and his kids, but I want to see, you know, what happens. I don't know what happened, you know, like they're all playing dumb until I guess the trial, if they ever have a trial, and you know, they start accusing him of this. So what are you going to say? You're going to say you don't believe it until if they find him guilty, then you're going to say, yes, he's guilty. So either you know him or you don't know him. To me, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, I don't like the BS that these people are doing, and nobody really wants to talk about it. Look at the fingers of Baphomet. As above, so below. Oh, wait a minute. Let me bring up that picture, Danny. I have a picture of Baphomet. Like they with R. Kelly. Yeah, man. It's crazy. Let me get a picture of this biatch. Oh, I hope it lets me do it. Because it didn't let me do it before. No, but then let me do it before. Okay, let's do it this way. Oh, no, no. Okay, go. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. What Danny said? Danny said, look at the fingers. As above, so below. Let's see. Let's see if it'll come up for me. As above, so below. Oh, okay. This is crazy. It's Titi Juja. Good night, everyone. Good night, Moonchaser. Thank you for stopping by. And don't say good night 1,000 times, all right? If you're going to leave, dang it. You know you like to say good night 1,000 times, amigo. But thank you so much for stopping by. So, yeah, I'm looking at this thing now. You know, I was getting scared looking at all this Baphomet stuff, too. I was like, so, okay, Danny, so I'm looking at it now. Can you see can you break it down? Like, I see the snake at the groin. I see the 5-star pentacle at the forehead of the goat's head. That would have made it cool. No, it wouldn't have, Blamoon. You would have regretted it. I would never, ever. With boobies on it, too? Look at that thing with boobies. One arm is female and the other arm is male. Oh, yes, I see that. The right arm is female. The one going up is female. The one going down is male. Am I looking at that correctly? Yeah, it looks like it. The left arm looks more muscular. No, Blamoon. Can you believe that, Smoothio? Imagine tattoo I see. No. That would have been horrible. Oh, man. I made a promise not to get tattoos ever on my late mom. Oh, okay. I know. That for sure. I don't know. I don't think I would have done that. I'm sorry, Don. Hold on. Let me get rid of this right here. How are you, Don Armando?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Hold on a second. Danny said it's supposedly what transgenderism is based on. Really? I read something like that. I didn't want to put that in here. And Don said, I know the Bible, they said not to have cutting in the body. Okay, Blood Moon. It has a pentagram and each part represents something that is not evil. Oh, bueno. I don't know what that is. So what's up, Don? What's your take on the industry? The fact that you got to give up something to get something, and what do you think?
Mean, the thing is, though, from what I heard, because I was trying to get into the industry when I was younger, it's not sometimes okay, just the cheeks or anything like that. They will try to force you to do anything morally deplorable in order for you to actually get put on. Sometimes it'll be stuff about, this is from what I heard. Sometimes you have to be pooped on or urinated on, treated like a bathroom. Yeah. Or in other cases, they're going to go and try to do something to you, so therefore they could have something over you. So therefore, if anything happens, if you see a lot of these celebrities fall, it's because somebody has something over them.
So let me ask you this. Since you were trying to get into the industry, did you see something that made you say, you know what? I don't think I want to do this. Yeah.
I knew a whole bunch of people that were in the industry or were trying to get into the industry that I know personally, that they were in the Freemasons. So therefore I see certain people that they have their successes and everything like that. And I was not going to go that route.
Okay. Now, Irby said, look what they did. Look at what what John Cena did at the Oscars. Like my son mentioned that to me, Irby, and they said that was like to humiliate him. But I'm like, men don't care about showing their junk like that. Like I didn't see that as something bad. I don't know, you know. And he was like, oh, but he's married and da, da, da. So I don't know. What do you think about that, Don? About what John Cena did at the Oscars? Hey, Hood. Thank you for stopping by.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't see what John Cena actually did in the Oscars to begin with, so I cannot really form an opinion about that.
Supposedly, he walked naked into the Oscars. I guess he was gonna deliver an award. I'm not sure. I know he was naked. I didn't see it because I don't watch it, but I believe he was naked supposedly.
Wow.
Yeah, so and they were trying to say that was a humiliation ritual. I didn't see it as that. So,
I mean, if you actually look at it, a lot of stuff that would have been humiliation rituals are actually common day, and people are actually accepting it. Like, for example, you have a lot of these trash female rappers that they could talk about the trashiest things, but then is accepted as normal. When back in the days, I was saying like 30 years ago, if a female were to ever do some of the stuff that these female rappers are doing, they'll actually be shunned. So the morals or people's views are changing on what is actually acceptable and what is not acceptable.
You think they're starting to do that now? Because I think it's getting worse. I don't even think they're thinking about what's acceptable and what's not. I think it's getting bad. It's getting really bad. Like when I was growing up, and I'm talking about like as far as the women go. I'm not even on the men yet, but as far as the women go, like you know, you have Cardi B, you have Megan Thee Stallion, you have Lotto, you have what's the girl with the curly hair, red top?
Ice Spice.
Ice Spice, you know, they all promote this hoish type things, you know, like the women are not respected. Like when I was growing up and in the 90s and the rappers that were out, they had a little bit more self-respect. The only ones that were risque was Little Kim. I think she was like really in it by herself, and then the one behind her was
Foxy Brown.
Foxy Brown, but even Foxy Brown didn't go as far as Little Kim did. Little Kim was the suit. She was the blueprint for
because what a lot of people don't know is that Lil' Kim, she was actually big. It was Notorious B.I.G. originally that went up and wrote her lyrics, and he won. And if you actually see the movie of Notorious B.I.G., he wanted Lil' Kim to be like the female version of what she is now, as to show women to take power. But what happened is that if you actually look at all the stuff that Lil' Kim has done, I mean, within her career, Nicki Minaj went up and took the blueprint of that, because Lil' Kim was supposed to do a track with Baby and them. But the thing is, though, they went up and they slighted her, meaning that the track didn't have to be done. The track was not done, and it was unreleased. After that, there was like, all right, bet. We're gonna go around with the same format, and we're gonna do this for Nicki Minaj, who after a while, that's why in 2010 they went up and they had like their disses and everything like that, because my ex, she was actually working promotion for Lil' Kim at that time. So therefore, this is when the Barbie was starting to rise. But then it was like Lil' Kim was mad. I was like, hold up, I'm the original Barbie. So therefore, that's where that lyrical battle began. So Lil' Kim, she went up and hit her hard, but to me, I don't really think there was not really a lyrical battle, because if you actually look at it, Lil' Kim never freestyled, and neither did Nicki Minaj, because they always have people writing for them.
True indeed. What did they say here? Marilyn Monroe of rap, Biggie told her. Yeah, but it's like women. So you said it was women's empowerment, but she wasn't. Was she showing that she can control her sexuality, or because it was very sexual to me? I guess the old hoe in me is still in there. Right, Fulana, but we're a little bit older now. But I mean, come on, I don't know. It was more, how can I put it? It had a little bit more class. Like, you know, now everything is just like everything goes. It's so ugly right now, you know? Oops, linking up. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, man, you know, it's not cool anymore. And then the music that the men are talking about, because it's drill rap, right? That's in right now. Is that what is in right now?
Well, drill rap is actually dying, but then drill rap, if you actually look at it, it actually started in Chicago, then it went to the UK, and then the New York rappers was using the UK beats, and that's how you got Pop Smoke and all the other dudes. At first, New York City drill rap actually started in Brooklyn. Now it's the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
Then it might be Queens or Harlem.
I thought drill rap started in Chicago.
Yeah, it did. But then when the drill beats was actually dying down, it went to the UK. So therefore, how New York went up and got it, because some of the producers were talking to the rappers in New York, and that's how the drill movement actually started in Brooklyn.
Oh, I've seen it in the UK in that movie. What is it? Pop Boy? What Top Boy? That they focus on that too. On top of it's a story about some kids, but they're into drill rap too and all that. Mm-hmm. Me too, Johnny. I got a video, but I don't think I could play that video of her. I had some other videos I wanted to play. But okay, so with regards to, and I did ask you a little bit of that, but with regards to selling your soul, and okay, with regards to Puffy, right?
Right.
And what he's allegedly being accused of, do you think that he is guilty of that? Do you think he's guilty of grooming these kids? Like, let's say Usher and Justin Bieber, and then mentally manipulating, like, let's say, let's get into Meek Mill, because we didn't even talk about Meek Mill. Let's get into Meek Mill. You from Philly, right? You living in Philly, right?
No, I just live in Philly. I'm from the Bronx.
Okay, so tell me what your thoughts on Meek Mill. I heard that, and like,
well, from people that I know that have been in the industry and everything like that, it's like that Meek Mills, right? Has blackballed a lot of underground Philly artists. Now, since he's actually sitting in the round table of certain things. So, from what I've heard, Meek Mills was the guy who was poor, and he would do anything to get on. Dang. So therefore, if this guy is actually revealing what Meek Mills is actually doing,
right?
It was like a few years ago, you could even look at it on Urban Dictionary. They went up and they had a definition of a bus court, right? And they had they associated that with Meek Mills that started as soon as he was hanging with the rich people after he got free from jail. So therefore now that everybody's talking about Meek Mills being with Puffy and everything like that,
right?
It might not have been Puffy that he was with alone. It might have been some of those elites also, since they actually put the definition out there of him being a bus court.
It's not about streams, man. I want streams. I want souls. I want to get.
Hey, Ramon.
Hey, Titi Juju. What's going on? What's happening? Can you hear me?
What's up, Ramon?
How are you? I hear you.
Oh, okay. I thought that you couldn't hear me for a moment. You. What's happening, Titi Juju? What's happening, Armando? What's up to the chat?
What's that right there? Baphomet is.
I like how you say Titi Juju. I got another video to play, but tell me before I play that video, Ramon. What do you think about what I was just talking about what people give up to actually Cheek Mills to actually get into the industry?
I heard that.
Right? How they're willing to sacrifice the self.
It's just that
and all that, and just for fame and fortune.
Well, unfortunately, there are too many of these young artists that are coming on from nothing, and they really believe that whatever it is that is being pushed in front of them is going to be an upgrade from the situation. Now, temporarily, it might be true. It might be true that there is, because you're talking about these young, hungry artists that are coming in from nothing, that they don't have anything, and some executive puts a contract in which they are going to be getting a significant advance or something, but it's one of those 360 deals, so they don't really own their image, they don't own their masters, they don't own the merchandising, if there is such a thing. But they think that getting onto a bad deal is better than no deal. I don't know. There are independent artists that claim that they are better off that way. They may not be accepted by the mainstream. They may not be able to be eligible for awards and things like that, but they do their thing independently and they make more money that way, which will be preferable. I mean, I do remember years ago hearing something about from artists, somebody like Immortal Technique years ago, and I remember hearing about that from Tretch from Naughty by Nature, if you remember him. He was talking about that being independent was better. It was better that way, so that you can own your image and you can go and do performances and concerts and the artist can get paid that way. I don't know anything about the business, but yeah, we all have heard how these labels basically not coerce, but they trick young, hungry artists that don't know any better into bad deals, and then a lot of them end up with barely anything, nothing to show for it. The whole thing with TLC back in the day, I'm sure that you remember, the whole thing with TLC, it really opened up my eyes about that. I still remember when they were doing those interviews on them after they had to declare bankruptcy. And they did that special, specifically Left Eye, when she started breaking it down. You remember that? You saw that?
Yep.
That was very eye-opening to me because I didn't know anything about that. I had a little education back then.
The way they broke it down, right? How they got their money, they broke it down, and how they yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, people thinking that they were making all that money, but no, they only own like a few points of an album, so they will only get a few cents of a record. And the thing is that before the artist gets paid, a whole bunch of people have to get paid. Producers and executives of the label, all of the people that invested anything into producing an album have to get paid before the artists get paid. Artists get paid last, if they get anything. Right. So it doesn't seem very appealing to sign up to a record label. If artists can do it independently and be in control of their own image, great.
But they like when you were talking about the contracts and the label and all that, but it's like the big wigs take their money off top, right? Mm-hmm. And then supposedly what they pay the artist, then everything else got to get paid from that check. Like it shouldn't even work out that way.
Yeah,
right?
before the artist get paid, everybody else have to get paid. Everybody that was involved into the making of the artist have to get paid first.
But it seemed like the way TLC said it, like TLC will say, like if we got however many cents per unit, right?
Right.
And then let's say they got $2 million or let's say $5 million. They had to split it up between them three, but then they still had to pay everybody else the money that they have to pay it out of their pockets, not the money before they get their money. They got to
the advance money, right?
Yeah, like they got to pay people back. They got to
Yeah,
pay the makeup artists. They got to pay the wardrobe people. They got to pay the advances they got. They got let's say out of the $3 million they got, they have to start paying down from that instead of that money being taken out before they get, let's say, that $3 million. I don't know if that makes sense.
All right, one thing I gotta say, Juju.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my homie Crisis Black, because he went up and he told me his story, so I'm gonna go tell his.
Mm-hmm.
My boy Crisis was a battle rapper back in the day. He actually is from like the DMV area. So what he was telling me one day is that he was about to actually get signed. So when he went to get signed, he had people who were actually from that record label in Atlanta that went up and they actually knew what he liked, his favorite food and everything like that. And they actually was trying to cuss to him, make it that they wanted him to sign to the label. So after he went up and he said that he didn't want to sign to the label, that's when he was saying, like around 2007, 2008, that's when the 360 deals started to be in effect, because they saw that a lot of artists were making money off of anything which is not of the record label. So therefore, they didn't want to have another Soulja Boy situation. That's why Soulja Boy, he's actually one of the independent artists that actually made money off of ringtones and everything like that. So now they're like, okay, you can't do anything, because if you get money off of your own shirts, your own promotion and everything like that, all that stuff is going back to us. Even if you make a film in Hollywood, all that money is going back to us. That's what the 360 deal is. Before then, we had artists, like Method Man and all the other people who actually was making money as being actors and everything. They were making more money as being actors than they were being recording artists.
I think that Ice Cube has.
I think Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Ice Cube, I think, made more money making more movies.
Yeah, he did. But I'm saying, like, rappers in general, that's why some of them switched to acting.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that, and that's what rappers do now, right? Because wasn't Shakur saying that most of the money's made off of tours? Because they even aren't they trying to do now? They're trying to have AI rappers now, where they're not going to actually need.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing that they're trying to do with the likes of Michael Jackson and Tupac and Whitney Houston. They're trying to make AI versions of them.
I mean, that the record
labels can keep profiting off of them. But
if you actually talk about AI and everything like that, the first one that preceded AI are the Gorillas. Are the Gorillas? The Gorillas are not actually an actual group. So before AI, they were like a rock band, which was actually digitally created. So therefore, a lot of people like that music. But and then when they had so-called concerts, they were not real. They just only showed cartoon characters. So therefore, now that people want to have AI artists and everything like that, they're just trying to go on the imprint of the Gorillas.
Oh, okay. I see.
And what you was gonna say, Ramon?
No. I mean, it's so that they take the artists that are not around anymore and via AI, because the technology is already around. What they did with Tupac, that they showed that hologram of Tupac, that's part of all of that. How technology is coming along. So yeah, they're not going to be needing the artist per se. So what they need maybe is the essence of the artist, of their creativity, or the material, and they just reproduce the artists themselves using technology. Because there is already proof of concept with Tupac and I think Michael Jackson. They also did that hologram thing.
Okay.
Okay.
I have another video to show with regards to Baphomet. I wanted to show earlier. Okay, hold on one second, guys.
What's that right there?
This is Baphomet. Baphomet is the one from here, from America. Is the spirit from the America. For the same way, like, Haiti, we use it too. So Baphomet is the god of those artists. When all those artists, like, yeah, when you're talking about Jay-Z, Jay-Z, Beyonce, all this is what they're serving.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the spirit they're serving, man. All those people, like, when you go down there, you initiate that.
Did you hear that? The voodoo priest confirmed that in Hollywood, they worship the false god, the demon, the principality, the fallen angel, Baphomet. And that's how they get money, power, and fame, through sacrifices and rituals and worship onto this false god, this demon. Wow. What's that right there?
My bad.
Yeah,
So-
I've been hearing about the whole Baphomet thing for some time, and it traces back to kind of like cult leaders, satanic cult leaders, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
That was really popular in heavy metal, like the heavy metal groups back in.
I remember back in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember how the metal bands were demonized, highly demonized because of that. And they may not have been entirely wrong, because some of them did have this very scary image, kind of like very, very devilish. But that was kind of like part of the appeal to all of that, with the hair bands of the 80s. I mean, those guys were really macho, but they looked like women. You remember that? Yeah.
Yep. The nails and the makeup and the lipstick, and they were even talking about when you played their music backwards, that it had stuff, satanic stuff,
Yeah, wasn't like the 80s like glam rock or something like that, when all these
well,
metal
the hair
artists went
bands,
up and did that?
Oh, there were some that were, the heavy metal guys were not glam rock, even though they had the nails and the hair and all that. They were not glam, like White Snake. I think it was White Snake and Bon Jovi. I think they were considered glam rock. But Guns N' Roses was like alternative rock. I mean, that's what I looked at it like. But like AC/DC and Megadeth and all of those were hardcore heavy metal groups, and there was nothing glamorous about them.
It's kind of like Ozzy Osbourne and Alice Cooper and
Alice Cooper. Oh my God, you're going further back. Yes, Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, Alice Cooper. Yep.
I remember back home, I had friends that were fan of all of those guys, and Kiss, and Kiss were infamous. But because they would do antics on stage, and that was supposed to be confirmation about them being devil worshippers and things like that, along with other acts.
Right.
But, yeah.
Okay, I have another video to play. This is about how these guys feel that hip hop is satanic. Okay, hold on.
Be aware of what you're thinking about.
I'm very conscious of it. Even what I listen to now, because I used to play rap music, hip hop music.
I just went to a Drake concert, bro. That shit was demonic. Dude, they were bringing out 21 Savage, like the Scream guy with a knife.
Dude, you realize it gets to your subconscious when you listen to that type of music.
I put on every single morning. I put on high frequency hertz. I forget like the exact hertz that I listen to. You can listen to Sunrise Yoga on Spotify. If you believe in like the electromagnetic field, sound waves do things to our bodies. Like when you drop into different hertz, it does things internally to you. And now apparently they play rap music at, I think, 444 hertz. And that's like a demonic low level frequency. And they have to play it on the radio. That's so when people are listening every single day to all the popular rap songs, especially on Spotify, you look now, bro, they're all just straight demonic, killing. Their souls have been.
You believe that?
Well, there is talk about what is called like the God's frequency, which is 432 hertz. And things, if you listen to things at 432 hertz, are actually positive vibration and good things can happen. I don't know about that other frequency. I've never heard of that before. But I have heard about the God frequency, which is 432 hertz. I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the whole thing about frequencies, the electromagnetic, that's scientific fact, because we know that there is there is a magnetic field on the planet. That's why it is based on that the compass works, because there is a magnetic field, an electromagnetic field on the planet, with the North Pole and South Pole being the positive and the negative. That's fact. That part is fact. So the vibrations and things like that. I'm open to that.
Hearing that from the guy from Empire. What's his? I forgot what his name is.
The start of Empire.
Yeah.
No, you talk.
Terrence Howard. You're talking about Terrence Howard?
Yes, and he was talking about the frequencies and stuff and how we feel the music. But he was
Terrence Howard is challenging things that have to do with mathematics and physics, and I saw the speech that he did at Oxford Union, in which he was challenging the whole thing about the whole concept about 1 times 1 equals 1. He's saying that's a fallacy, and there are a couple of other things that he was challenging about mathematics, but also physics, and he was talking about the flower of life, how it manifests in several cultures around the world. The guy seems to be pretty smart. And he put out a book even that you can find for free, according to him.
Really?
In which he. Look at Terrence Howard's book, free ebook, something like that.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, he did. He surprised me. Not that I thought he was dumb. I just didn't think he was that smart. Like,
I came across a couple of videos of him, and he has done kind of like live stream meetings with scientists, and he can hold his own with them. So the guy, the guy does seem to be pretty smart.
I mean, but then if you really look at it and everything like that, I don't know that much about Terrence Howard and that, but I do know that within the music and everything like that, more people are being unalived than ever before. And then on top of it, I don't know if you ever heard this, but there was a guy that talked about the prison complex and everything. If you actually look at what this guy's saying and you actually see what reality is happening right now, which a lot of people who are going into the prison system because of lyrics, or now people having personal beefs and is actually being displayed in the streets. It's something going on. I just don't know about the hurts or anything like that. I'm just gonna be honest. But something is going on. It's not to our benefit.
But I think it's been that way, right? I downloaded so many videos. I have another video I want to play. That they show that supposedly this person is possessed with a demon or went through a demonic ritual, and I think it was with that. What's that lady that Jay-Z Abramovich? Supposedly, because she's like a muse, right? So supposedly once she does what kind of art you call that? The physical art. What do they call that?
Physical art?
Yeah, it's like performance art. It's a performance art. It's not. She doesn't draw. She does like, with her body and stuff. Like she channels art or something.
She's like a medium.
No, she's a performance artist. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that video.
Yeah, the thing is that it's kind of like a broad term.
Yes,
so that can mean anything.
Her name. Danny said her name. Hold I think I have it. Yes, I do.
So what if
Marina,
but she said something. She said something. What was it that she said?
who? Who, Ramon?
That lady that you're talking about.
That she said something? No, she does performance art. Like she channels energies and stuff, and she's like supposedly demonic as well. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if this will let me show it. Hold on a second. Let me see. I gotta put that fair use thing here because I'm showing Jay-Z. You see what she's doing? She was in one of his videos doing it. Oh, let me play it again. Did you get to see it, Ramon? Or did it go too fast? Performance art is boring. Se está montando. That's exactly what that is. Did you see it, Ramon? You're making me hungry.
Barely.
Eating. Okay, let me see because I know it went by really fast. It's like 7 seconds. But hold on. And Lady Gaga saw her too, and this is what happened after Lady Gaga saw her. But let me show Jay-Z one more time. Right there, when they touched heads, she transferred energy, and supposedly after that, he won some sort of award for like nothing. I forgot what award it was that they said he won. Alvin Ailey's a dancer, though. I mean, it's considered performance art, but he was a dancer. This woman does nothing but like, and she's like 70 something years old. And some pictures they show of her, she looks like she's 30. Then they show her again, and she looks old again. Like I don't know, she's a little scary. She's a little weird. Blood Moon. This stuff is real. Okay, I'm gonna show up one more video. Hold on, let me get rid of this because my computer's actually working today. Okay, hold on. Mute yourself, Don, or is it? No, it's Ramon que está comiendo. ¿Qué es lo que tú estás comiendo?
Nothing.
Okay, so it is Don Armando. I hear somebody's plate slapping. Okay, hold on.
And as the blood rushed out of my body, how do I explain it?
Crazy, right?
Okay. but at that last part, what exactly did she do?
She saw the same lady that I showed with Jay-Z. And she was telling that lady about it. Like she had just had like that channeling of energy, that performance art with that muse, that Marina Abramovich woman.
Okay.
She was telling that lady, and she looked like she was stuck on stupid after that. Whatever energies transferred from that lady to her, le puso así. So she's telling the lady about that, and then when she went to leave that interview, that was followed by seeing that lady, she walked out there like that. And I remember seeing that was like maybe 10 or 12 years ago, I think, when that happened. To be honest, Lady Gaga's already weird. Yeah, I don't mess with that.
I wonder what else does she do? I mean, aside performance art.
I mean, yeah, I think you know, it's I think it's demonic. Let me see if I find
Yeah, she does something weird, I'm sure.
Yeah, I looked up a lot of stuff, and I was like, man, I was even afraid that I was getting spooked out just watching it, you know. Let me see. Did I show a video on this on Baphomet? Oh no, I did Voodoo and Baphomet. Let me see. But I think that they participate in some of that, Ramon. They participate in something that has to do with the occult.
Yeah, no, you already went over that. There are the certain secret rituals, but there may be also the humiliation rituals in entertainment that we have heard about plenty. What happens with the performance? The male performance, they have to wear dresses and things like that. That it's like predictable. It's kind of predictable when you have performers before they get too big. They have to do something that involves wearing a dress, and maybe that's why Latinos don't have much of a presence in Hollywood, particularly the men, because we're not gonna wear no dress.
And machismo, yeah.
Yeah, man, that might have something to do with it. I mean, they're letting Jennifer Lopez and Sofia Vergara, they're letting a few of the women, because sometimes the roles that they play, they're gonna be playing some stereotype, so they let them in. But the Hispanic men, Latin men, they don't let them like that. They'll cast somebody. They'll get somebody out of Spain, like Antonio Banderas.
You know who did dress as a woman? I'm sorry to cut you off. What's his name? The one that claimed he was Puerto Rican. We talked about him the other day.
The claim that he was Puerto Rican?
He's Colombian. Yeah, he's Colombian. He's not Puerto Rican.
Yeah. But that was John Leguizamo in the movie To Wong Fu.
Yes.
And that was back in like 1992, 1993 or so, in which he plays a transvestite. But and that was with Wesley Snipes. I don't know what was he thinking.
And Patrick Swayze.
Patrick Swayze was the one that really went in and played it to the hilt. But I don't know. He didn't have to do that.
Not so much. I forgot his name that fast. A Colombian dude, but Patrick Swayze and Wesley Snipes were like at the height of their careers. They didn't even need to do anything.
They were stars. They were movie stars by then. So I don't know why would they have to do that.
But yeah, when I saw that movie, I was like, "What? Like it didn't make sense to me. That could have been a humiliation ritual there for both for Wesley and Patrick Swayze. Who Patrick Swayze ended up dying, and Wesley ended up owing taxes and running off to somewhere in Asia or something like that to avoid jail time. But like things didn't. I don't think things. If I try to put it together right and use my conspiracy brain, things didn't really go well for them after that. And making that kind of a movie didn't make sense with John Leguizamo. Like, why did they do that kind of a movie?
Yeah. Back then, John Leguizamo, he was more of the upstart. He was the one that was kind of getting started. His previous role was the one of Benny Blanco from the Bronx in Carlitos Way.
But Carlitos Way was like, I guess I don't know if they thought that Al Pacino was going to get the same success that he did with what's the one that he played a Cuban? Oh my God, Scarface.
It was Scarface. You're talking about Scarface.
Right. I don't think they thought that he was going to get the same success. I mean, I think they thought that he was going to get the same success, and it didn't, because that movie was like I saw it, I liked it because I like Al Pacino and stuff like that, but it wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily the movie even. But remember, Scarface was not that successful in its theater run. It became more of a cult classic later on when they started playing on TV and with the access on VHS. It started to become more successful after the theater run, because I understand that the theater run wasn't that great because it was so intense. It was so visceral when it comes with the violence. He was too ahead of his time for that. Yeah, because it was very visible about the violence, and people were not used to that. So in theaters, it didn't do that great, but it did become a classic. It did become a classic, and a lot of people, a lot of the celebrities, they think that the Cuban accent is how Pacino sounded like in that movie. They think that that's how Cubans talk.
I mean, I think he was close though. To me, he was close. He was close. He wasn't that far fetched. I mean, you knew it was like an American trying forcing it, but I don't know who else could have played that role. Who could have played?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess he took some cues. I guess he took some cues from his co-star, because his co-star Steven Bauer, he was Cuban. Yeah. He was a real Cuban.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I remember him from Que Pasa USA. I don't know if anybody remembers that sitcom about a Cuban family that Miami. That was a funny show. Steven Bauer was like the heartthrob back then.
But that must have been like really back in the day. I don't remember.
In the 80s? It was in the 80s.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I didn't saw.
Oh, okay. I think Desi Arnaz would have done Desi Arnaz would have been too old, and that imagine him playing a gangster. I think Andy Garcia would have done a good job. I wonder if he turned it down with it. Well, he wasn't. I don't think he was big then, because that came out 81, 82. I don't think Andy Garcia was.
I don't think he was around back then. I don't think Andy Garcia was on the scene. It was later in the decade, when back in it was in 88 or 89. He was in the Godfather movie. He was in the third Godfather movie.
Right.
But yeah, he was really young back then. He was an up-and-coming talent.
Yeah, but he did the Godfather, I think, when it went to 3 or 4 or something like that, right? He wasn't in the first 2 because he would have been too young. Andy Garcia, I think.
No, yeah. He would have been a child back then, so no, he wasn't in the first 2.
Yeah, because I remember
the first 2 came out. The first 2 came out in 72 and 74. The third one was made back in 88 or 89, but that was only because the studio was pestering the director about it. The director was really done with it. He had a lot of success with it, but the studio was the one that was insisting, going on and on, wanting Francis Ford Coppola, to make another Godfather movie, and he made it, but that movie is kind of like all over the place. It doesn't compare to the older ones.
No, they got lucky. They were lucky that the first 2 were a success, because usually sequels don't do so good.
Usually they don't. I mean, the first one, the director was lucky that he was able to make it, even though it is a masterpiece. But he went through a lot of shit trying to make it, and the studio almost fired him from the director's chair. One of the reasons for that is because they didn't like Al Pacino. Nobody knew who he was, and he was a short guy, and he wasn't a movie star. So the only movie star they had Marlon Brando, but that was the only movie star. They wanted to have another movie star to do the role.
Was old by then, right? He was old by then, because Pacino's the one that played throughout when they were in Italy, and then when they moved to New York and stuff like that. And I think what's his name? What's the other one's name? I just said his name. Robert De Niro, wasn't he in that movie too?
He was in the second one. He played the role of the young Vito Corleone. He played the patriarch when he was young. How he came up, because the second movie is kind of like a prequel and a sequel. It goes back and forth in time, telling you the story of both Vito and Michael when they are at about the same age, how they came up. Yeah. So and the young Vito Corleone was played by Robert De Niro.
Gotcha. because I remember Andy Garcia from The Untouchables. That's where I remember him first, when I first remember seeing him in like movies and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, that was it was also the Untouchables. I remember that one. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
A good one.
But he was pretty good. He was Cuban and he was playing Italian roles. He was playing Italian. He played Italian.
That's how they got Al Pacino to play a Cuban.
Yeah, he played Italian a few times because he was playing Italian in The Untouchables. He was playing Al Pacino's nephew in the Third Godfather movie. He played Italian in the movie Hoodlum. I don't know if you've seen that one.
That, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, where he was playing.
I think that movie that was, I don't know. That was he played.
Yeah. He played Lucky Luciano. He played Lucky Luciano in that one. So he played Italian a few times.
I kept looking at that eye like, oh Lord, he did horrible with that eye.
Yeah.
Serpico. So he already had a name, and in Serpico, yeah. That's true. Andy from the Third Godfather. Yeah, I remember him there in that one too. But by that time, Donnie Brasco. By that time, the only movies I guess that did good with sequels was the Star Wars brand and Star Trek. They had a Victor Star Trek. Yeah, they did. Yeah, those are the only two I think that because I stopped watching Star Wars I think after Return of the Jedi or something like that.
Oh, okay, the old ones, the old ones from the.
I wasn't interested in the ones that came on after that. I was like,
oh no, you didn't miss much. You didn't really miss much because there was something called the prequel trilogy that came out back. They started doing those back in 1999, and they weren't very good. They weren't very good. I mean, George Lucas was showing his age. You can tell that in the third movie he was getting some help because that's the one that is a little bit better and more interesting. You can tell that maybe somebody like Steven Spielberg was involved in that one, so that's why it came out to be a little bit better. But it wasn't. But that trilogy wasn't very good, and the sequel trilogy is even worse. That one, that's trash. That's garbage. I mean, that one is shit. It's worthless. Now the third movie, the third movie, you can see that they were trying to salvage it. So I'm not even that mad at them because it's just that in the second one, the one that is called The Last Jedi, that movie is hot garbage. I mean, that movie is all over the place, doesn't say anything, shows things, but nothing happens at the same time. A lot of things happens, but nothing happens.
Is that the one where they made Luke Skywalker black?
What?
Is that the one? Because I know they had a black guy on there, and I was like, did they make Luke Skywalker black? I don't know.
No. That's not what happened. That's not. That's not what happened. It's just that one of the main characters is a black dude, and but no. In the first, the Force Awakens, the one that is called the Force Awakens, he's kind of like the comedy relief. He's the one who's always scared, running around. He was kind of like a little bit the comedy relief, a little bit. In The Last Jedi, I saw that movie once, and that was a waste of time because they showed a lot of things, they were doing a lot of things, but at the same time, they don't do anything. I mean, you will have to check it out yourself to understand what that means. And in the third one, they were trying to salvage it because they did so much damage with the second one because a lot of people didn't like it. They tried to salvage the franchise with the one that is called the Rise of Skywalker. It's not too bad, but they had to do a lot of retreads and go back and bring back the Emperor, which a lot of people, it was like a lot of face palming on that one. Bringing back the Emperor Palpatine, who had already been dead for a long time. Well, yeah. I mean, when it comes to a Star Wars movie, it's only like two of them that are good, which is the one from '77 and The Empire Strikes Back from 1980, which is the best of them all. Hands down, that's the best of them all.
Yeah, that was another Jedi got weird.
Return of the Jedi, I didn't like the little teddy bears. I didn't like that. Oh, and that kind of made it just a little bit whack. I mean, it had a good ending and all, but they should have done better than a bunch of teddy bears running around.
Yeah, they're gonna try to do an ET sequel, and the little boy who played in the movie, he's gonna be the.
They need to leave that alone. They need to leave that alone.
That too. So I don't know how that's gonna work. What, 30 years later, 40 years later? I don't know.
But it tells you something. It tells you something. Hollywood doesn't have any ideas anymore. They're trying to mess with a movie like E.T. That's something that worked back then.
Yep.
And it was very successful. They need to leave that alone. Leave it alone. It's a classic. Leave it alone. Don't mess with it, because trying to make a sequel to that right now, they can only mess it up. They can only mess up the kind of like the legacy of it. Just like with the Indiana Jones movies, they have been messing them up. The one that came out.
Face was getting too old. He was looking old.
Yeah.
How many more movies can he do? Harrison Ford. How many more movies can he do?
Yeah. I mean, they got him to do one more, but I understand that in that one he gets disrespected by his goddaughter, and she treats him like shit and disrespects him because it's a female empowerment movie. It's one of these boss bitch. One of these female empowerment movies where the male actor, the male character gets kind of like disrespected to make the women look good, you know? It's one of those movies. So I haven't seen the recent one because of that.
Oh Lord! So nothing that involves women empowerment.
No, but because I mean, if you want to make a character that is a female and it's a strong character, that's okay. But if you have to make the female character look good by making the male character look bad and look horrible and look inept and incompetent to make the female character look good, then you lose me. You lose an audience. I mean, because you
used to be made when it was the other way around.
Well, no, I disagree with that approach. I just disagree with that.
Okay. Bueno, Ramon, it's I think I'm going to end the stream. I got to touch every topic that I wanted to touch with regards to this selling your soul and Puffy and
yeah. No, unfortunately, I think that you were very thorough on the subject, because all of that you mentioned is things that I have been hearing about for a long time, for the last several years, and many people that are have been coming out talking about what they have had to be involved with rituals, and something like in Eyes Wide Shut. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, it was weird. I didn't get it.
Yeah, but basically some of the experiences that some of these people that are coming out describing kind of like are like what happens in Eyes Wide Shut. Anybody who hasn't seen that movie, you need to check it out so you can see what I mean.
Right,
where they do sex rituals and things like that. Yeah.
Yep. It was like when it first came out, I was like, what am I watching? Like, but yeah, it's very Illuminati-ish.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't understand it, but he was telling a lot of truth in that one. The director, I mean, he passed away after that.
Really?
I don't know if he had yeah. Shortly after that, Stanley Kubrick passed away.
I don't know. That movie supposedly shows what happens behind the scenes of Hollywood. That's probably why he died. That's wait a minute. He's trying to put out our secrets.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't because of natural causes, but that's what happened.
Mm-hmm. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so I can believe that maybe that's why that happened. I mean, some, they always, oh no, that happened because of this, no, because of that. I'm like, yeah, what a coincidence. Have you noticed now that we're in the 4th month of the year? How many people have died? People that I know and I don't know, but every time I look at Instagram, they're saying this actor died, this person died. I'm like, wow, yeah. People are dying? Like, it's like a lot.
Yeah.
No, I know Tom Cruise. You know why Tom Cruise is alive? Nicole Kidman's alive. You know why Tom Cruise is alive, though, Blood Moon, and Nicole Kidman escaped. No, not Nicole. Yeah, well, Nicole Kidman and the other one. Hey, what's her
Nicole
name?
Kidman. Yeah, Nicole Kidman escaped Scientology. Is that what it is?
The other one, the one that he married, the young one, the one that he had a daughter with, his biological daughter.
Ah, Katie Holmes. You're talking about Katie Holmes.
Supposedly she escaped too. Leah Remini. Yes, I saw Leah Remini's documentary on it. That's why I was like, no, I don't want to talk about those people because they will come after you.
Yeah. The algorithm will turn on you.
What? No. They can have that. Take that. You can have that. I don't want that.
All right.
Not his biological daughter. That is his biological daughter, Blood Moon. That one is the kids he has with what's her name? The other one you was talking, Nicole Kidman. Those are the ones they adopted, supuestamente.
Yeah. No, they were adopted. For some reason, he didn't have a biological with Kidman, but he did have a little girl with. Well, she must be grown now. He did have a girl with Katie Holmes. Mm-hmm. She must be grown by now. Mm-hmm.
Blood Moon said he's not able to have kids, Morena. His ex-wife said it many years ago.
Okay. Well, this again, one of the instances in which men are blamed for. But I don't know because by Tom Cruise.
His cousin provided the sperm for a lot of money. He's like, where'd you hear that? But I've never heard that, Blood Moon. I've never heard that.
Okay,
Blood Moon is part of the secret society. They be telling her shit because sometimes she says stuff that I just never heard of. I think Blood Moon is a plant. You're a plant, Blood Moon.
Oh man. All right. Well, so Titi, what's that?
I said thank you so much for hitting the panel and giving your take on this hip hop industry and the crap that happens there, and thank you so much.
Yeah,
and I'm surprised
you,
I was able to
you letting me be on your panel. Appreciate you letting me come up. So until next time.
Definitely. Peace. I don't know. Maybe I'll try not to wait too long, like I did before.
Yeah, that's the thing. Don't wait so long. Don't wait so long to do a live stream.
After tax season, because my job is getting really, really hectic right now. So the 15th is Monday, and maybe the next, by May it should slow down. I'm hoping.
Okay.
Gotcha. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for having me. Have a good evening. You too. Talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for stopping by in the chat. Blood Moon, Moon Chaser, Big Fulana, Hood Therapy, Irby, Jose, Smoothie O, Crazy Boy, Johnny Mills, hey peace, Shakur, Daniel Berry, Nicole Bella, and anybody I left out, because I can't think of everybody right now, but thank you. Of course, Ramon and Don Armando, thank you everybody for stopping by. And what I didn't get to do, because I got so confused, was my little intro, outro, but you know what? I'll leave that alone. And hopefully I'll go on again. Good night, Smoothio. It's so nice to see you. Don't be a stranger, mama. And until next time, people, peace out. And thank you for stopping by.